In this video, I'll show you a BaseCamp feature for defining areas that BaseCamp should avoid when calculating a route. Hi, welcome back to EZMotoTim. Before we get into today's topic, I want you to be aware that there are over 20 videos in this series of tutorials and even more short-form videos, each covering one function on the toolbar. You can find these videos on my YouTube channel page, but the easiest way to find them is to go to my website. You'll find the tutorials at EZMotoTim.com/BaseCamp tutorials and the icon shorts at EZMotoTim.com/BaseCamp icons. Now, let's get going with today's topic. Creating areas to avoid is a feature I wasn't aware of until I started doing a series of videos on the toolbar icons in BaseCamp. I didn't have the Area Avoidances toolbar turned on, so I missed seeing the feature. Why would you want to use this feature? Well, you may be aware of a road that is closed and will stay closed for some time, but the closure won't be included on the map. Maybe there's a road you just don't want to go down or up. There are streets going up the hill in Oakland, California that I never want to climb again pulling a trailer. Let's look at the Area Avoidances feature. First, let's be sure that the Area Avoidances toolbar is turned on. We can do that by going to View Toolbars and making sure Area Avoidances is checked. This red box opens up the Area Avoidances box, which lists each of the areas that you've defined. There's a button to create. You can temporarily pan or zoom the map. There's a selector for activity profiles and buttons to delete or show on the map any of the areas you've defined. To define an area, drag a box on the map. There you see a red box with red lines through it. That's an area to avoid. It's named and it's listed over here in the box. If you close the box, the area is no longer showing on the map, but it's still active. So you can click that again. There's the area listed and it shows it on the map. Now we can do routing and a few other things while we have this box active. Let's create a route from waypoint to waypoint. Notice that the route avoids this area. Next, let's create another area on top of the route. Nothing happened to the route. That's because you have to recalculate the route in order for it to respect that area. So I'll right-click over here and recalculate the route. And notice now it avoids that area. If I click on an area and delete it, the area goes away, but the route doesn't change. So I'll right-click, recalculate for it to use the current lists of areas to avoid. Now, each activity profile can have its own set of areas. So let's change this to driving profile, and let's define an area here in the driving profile. It's listed here in the driving profile. I'll right-click the route and recalculate, and notice it doesn't avoid that. Why is that? Because the route is using the motorcycling profile. Let's open the route details box. Notice that it's using motorcycling. if we change the profile from motorcycling to driving, it recalculates, and it no longer avoids the area here, and it does avoid the driving area that we defined. We can go back to motorcycling. It recalculates. It respects the area that's in the motorcycling profile and ignores the area that's in the driving profile. Here is something to be aware of. BaseCamp will plot a route into an avoidance area in order to pick up a waypoint. I've changed the color of our first route. Let's zoom in on our area avoidance and create a route that starts outside the area, goes to a point inside, and ends up outside the area. Now I'll zoom back, and you can see that the route goes, let me go to pan mode, the route goes out and in and back around. So you should carefully check your routes if you're using avoidance areas to see whether any of your waypoints are inside an avoidance area and need to be moved, or if you accept it. Let's recap the key features of area avoidances. Areas are stored as part of an activity profile. Areas are in effect even if they aren't displayed on the map. Areas defined on top of existing routes do not take effect until the route is recalculated. Areas in one profile do not affect routes in other profiles. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. If you want to support this channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee at buymeacoffee.com or go to the Amazon pages on my website where I have affiliate links to products I use. Links are in the description. In any case, I appreciate your support and all the positive comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.